was passed by Parliament in the month of April 2020, as you can see there in my Excel. So these are the tax band. What this means is that if you're earning between 1 shillings to 24,000 per month, you pay tax at 10%. If it is above 24,000, then the difference between 40,667 and whatever the difference between the amount you are being paid, if it is not above 4667, then it should be taxed at 15%. I think I need to do an illustration so that you can get this better. And there down the Excel, you can see the tax band before the change of the tax band before 25th, that is up to 24th April 2020. This was how the tax band was. Then if you follow me in my website, you can be able to see all this information there down. So but for today, let me concentrate on computing the tax liability of an individual. This is a tax band. I'm going to copy all this so that I can use it in a new worksheet. There I am. Then I can just paste there, and I look for an illustration to do for that purpose. So these we just need to copy them as well. So let's say, for example, you have Mr. X and a gross income of Kenya shillings 100,000 in the month of June. Not June, but you can say April 2020. And therefore you're required to compute tax payable in the month of April 2020. So here we are. So I'm going to work out the tax computation for this particular individual in the month of April, so that you can see how to go about it. So there we are. Yeah, this individual will that is in the month of April 2020. So you can see the tax back here. This person income is above 57,334. So how do we do it? Now this is now the solution, so that you understand bit by bit solution. For that case, we are going to do the tax liability. So we have the first bracket in this tax computation. We are going to tax 24,000. Rate of tax is 10%, which is given here. I hope it is very clear for you. 10%. So we're going to use 10% multiplied by 24 by 10%, and this one gives us a tax of 2,400. Can use those figures there. You can reduce the zeros, use the accounting part. I'm teaching you Excel also. It is good for you. So the tax liability is 2,400. The next bracket I'm gonna do. The next bracket is you see, I've already computed 24,000, and remember we are supposed to tax 100,000. So we have only taxed 24,000. That means we have 76,000 more to tax. So the next bracket you can see, this table is cumulative. It's cumulative. So there's a figure that has been added, that we have added from 24 to get 4667. That is what you're going to tax here. So the difference between 4667 and what you have already taxed, that is 24,000. That is 16,667. That will we will tax at 15%. And can just pull this down for the formula. So the next bracket also, I will tax the same amount. If you get the difference between 57 minus what you have already taxed. So far you have already taxed 4667, and it is evident. Look at this one, the sum is coming to 4667. So far, if we tax that one, we would have taxed 5733. This one is taxed at now 20%. And there you are, and pull the formula there down. Then we have the excess bracket. Yeah, excess bracket above the 57,333. Yeah, there is a balance remaining out of 100,000 that we are supposed to tax. That is 100,000 which you are supposed to tax. We've already taxed 57,333. So you get the difference, 57,333. The difference there, we have 42,667. And this one is taxed at 25%. So there you are. So I hope you can be able to see the excess means the above, the amount that is in excess of 57,333, you should tax at 25%. And if you look at it carefully, you will see that we have already taxed the 100,000. Yeah. So that is how, this is what we call the graduated scale. And I can get the total there. This is now the gross tax liability. Gross tax liability. The much now that you are supposed to pay, but the government usually give relief to the taxpayer. And every resident individual is entitled to a relief that we refer to as personal relief. This personal relief is given at a rate of, currently is given at a rate of 2,400. Yeah, so I can just put it as a minus 2,400, so that your tax payable would be an amount of difference between that one, that is difference between 18,900. So this now will come to 16,500. That is the amount of tax that this person is supposed to pay. Now, what if this person, there was a contribution, I just want to work it out again here. If this person was contributing to, a pension scheme, registered pension scheme, what would have happened if this person was contributing to NSSF? He was contributing to National Social Security Fund, NSSF. How much would be the tax liability? And I want to work out that one again here. Don't worry, I'll just use the same figure. So first, what should have happened here? Let's say he's contributing 200. So we can have the gross amount here. The gross amount as 100,000. That is the gross pay, 100,000. And let's say he's using the old rate for NSSF. We deduct 200 from this. We deduct 200 and see how much it will have been the amount that you would have taxed if it's contributing to NSSF. The amount of tax to pay, or the amount to charge for tax would have been, this is now the taxable amount. That is 99,800. So I just work on this. This is the same, 16,667. It is the same, 16,667. But now the excess amount here will have a difference. It would be the difference between 99,800 and what you have already taxed, which is 57,334 or 333, whichever. So you can see the slight difference, the difference of 50 as a result of contributing to a pension scheme. So I want you to get the difference there. It is pretty clear. This one I just taxed a gross amount, 100. But this one, because of contribution to pension scheme, there is what we call a tax relief on the part of the taxpayer. You can see the tax liability is going down with an amount of 50 shillings because he is making a contribution to a pension scheme or to a registered retirement scheme. Yeah, it doesn't have to be necessarily NSSF. I'm saying this one because this is common to our people. It can be any other scheme which is registered and approved by Kenya Revenue Authority. So you deduct this amount, but it is up to a maximum of 20,000 per month. You'll follow me later for more analysis on matters of tax. I'll be teaching more on this subject. So like my page there and follow me for more updates.